Hey everybody, Shep here. Today is September 4th. It's also Labor Day, so I hope everybody out there has had a really good Labor Day weekend and done a lot of fun stuff to kind of mark the end of summer. And that's kind of what we're doing here today. We're going through, and this is kind of a follow-up video to my onion harvest that I made probably a month and a half ago. And as you can see, these onions are all dried down now, and they're ready for us to put into some long-term storage. So if you haven't seen the other video, basically, I pulled all these onions and then I put them on this little table thing that I made that these window screens just happen to fit perfectly on. And I've used this as a drying rack, and it's worked really well. I've had this here in my garage, so it's been, in pretty controlled environment. I will say though that when I first did this for the first couple days, these onions were extremely pungent, and I had to move this table outside to the shade while these onions aired out for a day or so. I would move it out in the shade and then bring it back in at night. But yeah, so these onions are ready for us to store now. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to cut the leaf parts off and cut the roots off, and then we will also peel back kind of the dirty layers of it. We're not going to go too into it because we can peel it more when we're ready to actually use it, but just to kind of clean them up so they're not so dirty. And then also, if there are any in here that are soft, you don't want that. So we'll get started on this and we'll kind of show you how it goes. All right, so doing this is pretty easy. I'm probably just going to store the onions in one of these baskets, these wood baskets, one that's kind of a cleaner one, but that's usually what I use to store them. And then I've got this harvest bucket here that I'm just going to put these leaves in. And really all you need is a pair of scissors. So we're just going to kind of go down the top here and cut the leaves off, and then kind of peel some of these outside layers that got dirt on them. Kind of peel some of them off. Like I said, we don't want to go too deep. We just kind of want to get, the dirtier parts off. And we take the scissors and cut the roots of the onion off. Kind of brush it off like that. And really, that's about as far as you really need to go, because you can, peel it more when you're ready to use it. But yeah, pretty much just get, the dirty spots off, and then you have a nice onion that's ready to be used. Right here, you can see this onion. I don't know if you can see on camera me pushing it, but this onion's got a big soft spot. The back of the onion here is hard, but this has got a big soft spot, so that's not going to be good. So we don't even want to mess with that. That's just going to be, it's just going to go to the compost pile. And we don't need to worry about saving that. So like I said, these onions have been drying out for probably about 6 weeks now. And I could have done this a few weeks ago, but I just really haven't been in that big of a hurry. And it doesn't really matter as far as they just need to be dry. That right there is the onion of the year. That's probably the biggest onion I've ever grown. If you watch my other video, you know that I said that this was by far the best crop of onions I've ever had. They all just did really well, grew really big. And I guess 2023 was just a really good year for onions. Not just here, but my friend Joel over at College Hill Farm, he had really good luck as well. So yeah, 2023 was the year of the onion. Well, here's the final tally once we got them all cleaned up. This is a half bushel basket, and this is a peck. So yeah, they did really good. Usually I only have about one of these baskets full. I did have a few. Actually, I only had 3 of these red onions. Onion seeds don't last for very long, and those were old when I planted them. They were several years old, so that was all that grew. But these onions, the variety of these is called Patterson. They're one of the longer storing onion varieties, which is why I grow them. And I think the red onions, they don't seem to store as long, but this variety is called Red Carpet, and they seem to do pretty good. But yeah, this here is how I'll put these in the pantry and store them just like this. It's probably a good idea to go through them every once in a while and make sure there's not any rotten ones. But yeah, sometimes you don't always do that. But these will, the nice thing about these is these will last pretty much until we use them. They'll last, almost a whole year. So that's what I really like about this variety. Well, this has been how I prepare the onions for storage. This is what's worked well for me. This is just the way I do it. If you guys do it a different way, let me know. I'm always, interested in how other people do it. So yeah. Well, I really appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate all my new subscribers. So thank you to all my subscribers and the ones I've picked up recently. I really appreciate it. And hope you guys liked this video. Maybe you found something useful. But yeah. So thanks for watching, and everybody have a great day.